Smudge here again. This week, Cherish from Homestead will be gracing the screen with my peoples. Out of Eastern Tennessee, with her husband and 3 children, started her channel on March 31st, 2012. Not content with that, she also started Southern Mama's Coffee Break, October 29th, 2016. And within that, Southern Mama's Rants, which I got to do an interview.
So, Cherish, can you share your advice on your own house?
But there are 2 things that you should not do when it comes to yoga pants or stretchy pants. Number 1, please do us all a favor and do the squat test. Check yourself before you walk out the door. Question yourself, do people really know what size I wear?
It was fun. Well, you can also find her on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy the music, it's all hers, with her husband playing the guitar.
I am up 30 minutes before my alarm went off. Why? I don't know, but maybe this means I'm going to have a productive day. But I guess I should start by brushing my hair and putting on pants.
I actually got an email. This is to answer a question. I had gotten an email that had asked me what made me want to do homesteading, and that's not really an easy cut and dry answer. It's several things. I became a stay-at-home mom unexpectedly in August. We had lost our babysitter, and it was just going to be cheaper for me to be at home than it would be for me to work and pay for a babysitter. So that's where that started. And my children are crazy obsessed with scrambled eggs, biscuits, and gravy. That's their things. And I cannot make this.
The dog's crying. The hour I first believed. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun.
And I'm just like, these people breed. They have children. They breed. They vote. I don't understand.
Oh, we're live. He tells me after does that. You know he does this every week, folks. Have a great evening planned for everybody. I can't wait. I just cannot wait for this. I've been watching Hope's Homestead, I think before our channel was even active, because I have another channel in the background. So I've watched her all that time, and met her last May after the Appalachia conference was over at the meetup. Her and Big Bear Homestead and Sullivan Family Homestead and Teresa Dean, which I haven't heard from lately. I haven't seen any posts from her, but it's going to be an interesting night. I could just sit and listen to Dana from Sullivan Family, Cherish from Hopes. Their accent it's one of those things that just gets you. And then Cherish has a beautiful voice. So maybe if we all talk to her real nice and offer her pennies or something, I can send her a troll. You know, maybe she'll sing for her. I mean, I have these little trolls here. I have more of them. So we'll see what we can do. We had an interesting day today. We met up with Tara from Living on a Dime. So that was a good afternoon for us. We had a fun time. And it is 9:01.
Before we bring her on, do you want to give them an update on Danny?
Oh, we did hear, I'm sure most of you have heard, that Danny was taken to the hospital via ambulance. Wanda was following in the truck, trying to keep up. We did hear from Wanda that his heart has settled down, and there will be testing tomorrow. So right now, knock on wood, all is good. So they're going to keep him overnight and do some tests tomorrow. I mean, that little bugger just works his hiney off in that huge garden they have.
So, okay, well, let's see if we can find her here. I'm sure she's sitting here in the back room.
Yeah, just pull that curtain back. Coco. How you doing there, Coco?
Okay.
Charles is here, Old Alabama.
And Cherish, you're live.
Yes, you do. Well, to you, I mean, you're down there. You sound like everybody else. To us Northerners, as you know, Tommy and Danny said that Friday night as we walked into that room. You know, to us, you have an accent.
Yeah, we.
They can't hear her.
Thank you.
Okay, folks, can you hear her now? This is like the Verizon Sprint commercial. Can you hear me now?
Go ahead and say, yeah, talk a little more.
No, Homestead with the case that said, no, they can't hear her.
Huh.
Must be her accent. Yeah, half-acre dreams, uh-oh. Got that right.
All right.
We'll play with some more buttons here.
Go ahead and recite the something.
Recite something?
Oh, they can hear her now. She must be with Verizon. Coco, that cowboy candy was good? Awesome. Faint, but they can hear her. Maybe she has to sing a song to get that to come up.
Oh, Lord.
Now she's better. Our troll slayer says she's good now.
All right.
Okay.
That's good because I've got her pretty well cranked here.
BC Truck says he doesn't need to hear her. He's just looking at her.
He's so funny.
Kelly may want you to sing.
It's probably one of the first few times anybody's ever told me that they couldn't hear me. I mean, you've met me in person, you know.
Well, we do have first on this channel.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I have two volumes, silent or loud.
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. That's true.
Go ahead. I'm not even on the screen here. But
no, you're not, are you?
Cherish, tell us.
Yes.
Tell us why. What made you decide to start a YouTube channel?
I don't know. I'm crazy, I guess. No, honestly, when I decided that I was going to start homesteading, I had been watching a lot of different YouTube channels, and I was trying to look for somebody who had never done anything, not just starting homestead, but like had no knowledge whatsoever. I wanted to see somebody learn from the very basics. And I couldn't find anybody. Everybody would show you their videos, and they're like, "Yeah, I've been doing this for like 4 years." And I thought, well, that's not. I want to see you tell me how to mess up. That was my biggest thing. So I thought, you know what? I'll just document myself, and I don't care if I screw up. You know, I don't care if I mess up, things die. I'm the biggest failure ever. I'm still going to let people see the realness of what can happen to you. And that's kind of what I ended up starting it out. And I never expected it to get bigger until we had the whole neighbor drama. And people just love drama. I just discovered that very quickly. People just love drama.
Welcome to YouTube.
Yeah, I know.
Any social media. I mean, AOL used to be like that. Any of them. You want drama, just come into social media where you really don't know the people in person, but there's going to be drama. One way or another.
Best.
Oh, yeah.
Because then you can watch people in your own family have drama.
There seems to be a lot of drama here lately. I don't know what all's going on, but we're just enjoying
on
everybody.
Facebook or YouTube?
Both.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah. Yeah, Robin, AOL is 90s. That's about the time Daryl and I met. He had his own bulletin board on DOS, and at the same time, I was on AOL. So, yeah, that's...
That was very, very early internet days.
It was.
So, just so everybody knows that's in the room here, Sherry cannot see the chat. So if you put your questions in all caps, we will relay them to her. Kellie May says that you're one of the reasons, Sherry, that she decided to start a channel.
I love Kellie. She's the one who sends me the Canadian gifts.
Oh, yeah, she's going to send my daughter's son come fall, I think she said.
Yeah, we only exchange things during cooler months because the food and stuff.
That's why she said that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. I've got some surprises for her. I'm going to be sending her southern stuff. Oh boy, howdy.
Oh my.
I've got some good ones.
Dana Sullivan says to tell you that she's going to talk about her since she can't see. You can't see what she's typing.
No, that don't shock me.
Homesteading with the Case is asking if you were going to go to Indiana with Big Bear.
I'm not.
Is Big Bear going to Indiana?
Well, I just came across the chat, so I just repeating.
I'm supposed to let you know that Mariah's here.
Oh, hi, Mariah.
An OldAlabamaGardener says, Hope, are you doing any... Scrolled out of my site. Hold on a second, I'll get you. Are you doing any gardening right now?
Not right now, no. I decided to take like a little break from YouTube and basically most social media with the exception of my own personal Facebook. And in that, I've not shown anybody this yet, but we mowed the whole garden down. It's nothing. It's back to grass.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Yeah, we ended up having so many weeds, and he got so bad, and it was so out of control that I couldn't get it under control, so we just mowed it down, and I thought, I'll just start over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, McCrae Family Homestead has requested or asked, can you sing soon so my sore, drugged-up self can go to bed soon?
I don't know about singing.
Well, you don't have your guitar player with you, do you?
No, I don't. He left for work.
I've seen her sing without him, though.
Sherry.
You don't want me to spit over my keyboard, do you? Come on, folks. Thumbs up if you want to hear her sing. I know I do.
Oh, Lord.
I live it. I live it. I love it. Oh, yeah. B-Lady, what that Snapchat. I think Daryl did an awesome promo for this one. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, Lord, my mama loved it. My mama was just like, oh, my gosh, did you see that? How neat was that? My mama was all about it.
Yeah, he
made her day.
When he started doing it and he did smudge his face, he said, come here, I want to show you something. And I come in and I look at his monitor. I go, what did you do? He says, well, wait until I put it together. And then he put your face up. And then the correlation, I realized what he was trying to do was put a Snapchat face on Smudge so he could chat with you. Yeah, Daryl's demented sometimes. I'm not so sure about him.
And Bob's Homestead has asked Cherry, he's back on nights. I assume he's talking about John.
Yeah. Yeah, he's back on nights. They, when he first moved over to the second plant that he's at now, they told him that if he worked on thirds for a certain amount of time, they would put him on first shift permanently. And that date is October the 2nd, so it's coming up very slowly. But we're getting there. So he's about to be on first shift, and life will be so much easier. As a matter of fact, once he's back on first, we may actually start doing our live stream weekly show again like we were, where we were singing and playing.
Yeah, where you have normal schedule for the two of you.
Probably.
So Bandana's saying she's looking forward to the bonfire at the conference so we can sing, so we can get Cherish to sing. I haven't heard anything about a bonfire. I have tried to pick brains and nobody said anything.
Well, I'm supposed to be in charge of that, kind of, but Amy's not giving me the details or the go-ahead or any of that fun stuff, so I've just kind of been... I mean, I'm supposed to be in charge, but I suck at being in charge. So I'm just like, I don't know what you want me to do yet.
Well,
who do you want me to...
Yeah, I messaged her last week about a few things at the conference, and then I said something about Friday night, if they were having a dinner or anything. And she says, well, we're having a dinner for the ones that are there, that volunteers and that to help set up. I said, well, how do you volunteer? She says, well, there's a form. I go, send me the form. We're going to be there Friday. Send me the form, you know. And Daryl, she gave the go-ahead that Daryl can do interviews with the demonstrators, not the ones that are talking like... Who's
the main speaker?
Yeah, the main speakers. That's who I want. But he could interview with the demonstrators, and we'd like to get possibly, if I can get the hotel to give us a conference room in the evening, get some day off. That's awesome.
All right.
There she is.
Okay.
I'm back.
She's moving.
It took a minute. My phone said that it was reconnecting.
Yeah. It was like the whole internet shut down because we actually lost our connection to YouTube.
My screen is still doing that.
Huh.
Okay, well, I'm live again, so you just might want to refresh that. Cherish, you're going to have to educate me here a little bit. Somebody made a comment. Matter of fact, it was the bee lady that did this. This Homestead Snapchat dog loving nerd.
Yep.
That's you, huh?
Yeah.
Already then.
I mean, when I was picking out a Snapchat name, I've had that Snapchat long before I did YouTube. And I was picking something out and I was like, makes sense. Love dogs. I'm nerdy. We'll throw with it. So that's how I come up with it.
Okay. And folks, I don't know what actually transpired there, but it was like the internet not only shut down here, but shut down for Cherish, and
I can't get back on. I can't get back on.
I'll just go to the bare YouTube.
I tried that.
Okay. I believe we're still here.
We're cursed.
It says the stream is good.
It's the eclipse.
You mean what, from 2 weeks ago?
That's what I blame everything on. It's the eclipse.
If it works, yeah, what the heck? No, I don't have any.
See all three of you. Yep, they see us. So
there it is. It just came up.
You maybe had to reconnect through the router. Anyway, well, we apologize for this brief interruption. But,
I hope you enjoyed your popcorn and drinks and candy.
But just to let everybody know, at this same time on my phone, I got a severe weather alert that we're under watch here. So
who's watching us?
I don't know. The weatherman, I guess. Okay.
I have to type softer because Daniel said I typed too loud.
You typed too loud. So what does John think about all your YouTube ventures?
When I first said, I think I'm gonna do a YouTube channel, he just kind of looked at me like I grew another head, and he stared at me for a long time, and he said, "But you hate pictures of yourself, and you hate talking in front of people." I was like, I know, but I just thought about doing it. And he was like, I mean, whatever you want to do, but that's just not who you are. And then once I started doing it, and the first time I come to him, and I was like, oh my God, there's 100 people watching me. And he goes, probably half of them are your family. I was like, probably, but there's still 100 people watching this.
And
He
they
always knows
breed,
how to keep me humble no matter what.
and they breed, and they vote. Like that one.
They breed and they vote. But he was like, he said, "Oh, okay, but I mean, that's good." Like, he was just kind of like, that's your thing. Do whatever you want to do. But when I started getting really serious, I think what he's always he's been supportive of me doing it, but it's just always been like, that's your thing, whatever. He just kind of like, eh. But what I think made him be like, I'm glad you're doing this. I think you're doing a good job. He was at work one night, and Gus just talks about this and call him Mr. Hope. He was at work one night. He was sitting there eating lunch, and this guy walks up to him and he goes, "Excuse me, are you Mr. Hope?" And he looked at him and he said, "I had my sandwich midway," and just kind of looked at him and he was like, he goes, "From Hope Homestead?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I love your watch tail." Like, he was just, and John says, the guy was kind of talking to him and walked away. When he walked away, he looked around and all the people, all of his team were just staring at him, like really strange. And they said, "What was that about?" He goes, "I don't know. Some crap that my wife does." He's like, "We're not going to talk about it." And they're like, "Okay." And so that for that moment, like, since then he's been like, "I think you should do this. I love it." He's been much more into it. But before that, he was just like, "Babe, just whatever you want to do. I don't care." But now that he's Mr. Hope, he's into it. I told him I'm going to get him a shirt for the conference that says Mr. Hope. If lost, and on the back say, "Please return to Hope."
There you go.
That's cute. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I asked him would he wear it, and he said absolutely not.
Or just get him a hat that says Mr. Hope on it.
Yeah. He'll be so mad.
Are you saying we should have one made like that?
Oh Lord, he would die.
I do embroidery. I can do that.
Oh Lord, he would wear it. He would laugh. He'd probably roll his eyes, but he wouldn't. But he asked Amy. He was like, "Can I have a tent at the conference?" And she was like, "For what?" He said, "I'm gonna call it the husbands who don't want to be here, but our wives made us."
He'll have an entire section. They're only there to drive us there, right?
Yeah, he said, "We're going to be closest to the food truck, and we're serving coffee." I told Amy, I said, ignore him. If you guys, I'm sure you guys saw her. Her real name is Nunda, but her channel is Von Fair Homestead.
Okay. Yeah.
You all met her. Oh, this conference. Her husband is John, and my John. You cannot leave them in the room together. They're like two naughty little boys that are into everything. I told her, I was like, we're going to have to let them be outside and run around for a little bit before we go into the conference and burn off some of their energy. So they're
ADHD?
Yes, so they're not up to no good. I mean, they're bad. They're bad together.
Yeah, Simply Seven said, YouTube is like talking to my kids. I talk and people don't really pay attention. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that's true.
And Cherish, you are frozen again, but your vocals coming through okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, I bet I'm frozen making a weird face, too.
It's not too bad.
That does not give me confidence. Not too bad.
We could put that Snapchat face up instead and still let her talk.
You just look like a squirrel that's really surprised. It's not too bad.
Well, and this, all right, that brings up another question. Your channel did not start out as Hope's Homestead. Did you change the name to that?
Yes, it did not. I just want to use my email, which is like Mrs. Squirrel. And first couple of videos that you see, I done like back in 2012 or something like that. One's me singing inside of a church, and one is with Mara singing, I think. And then I started uploading videos.
You know, I used the sound off that video of you singing in the church.
I heard it.
That was,
Lord.
Well,
yeah.
I told you the other day, I said, you and John need to do probably a different channel than Hope's Homestead, but you and John need to start a channel with just you two doing singing for half an hour, 45 minutes once a week or something. I think it'd be phenomenal.
We love doing it.
And he's a pretty good guitar player.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say that I should take some credit for his guitar playing. I cannot play, but I have been with John since he has been 14 years old.
Wow.
And he picked up the guitar when he was 15. And I endured years of listening to that before he actually got good. And I encouraged it even when it was terrible. So I should take some credit for his guitar playing.
Kelly wants to know how your kids are.
They're good. They're going back to school tomorrow. They're not excited about that, but they're doing really good. Everybody's sunburnt from being out today.
Okay, and just so everybody in the channel here realizes, with the weather situation apparently across the country, we've had a number of people talking about lightning and things like that. We still do have a good audio from Cherish, but the video is frozen. But we're going to continue on at this point. If we lose the video, we'll try reconnecting and see if we can get it started again. I hope she's still here.
I'm still here.
B Lady says, Cherish, you are childhood sweethearts. Yes, they were childhood sweethearts. Oh, there she went. Now there she is.
And she's back.
She moves.
Yes.
You know what I did? I turned my camera off and then turned it back on to see if it would work.
That works.
That worked.
You know,
Coco, yes,
the
we did.
normal IP. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just reboot. Just reboot. And Eric L. Rivers says, looking forward to seeing you on the 18th.
I think he's talking to Charles.
To OldAlabamaGardener.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, tell us a little bit about Southern Mama's Coffee Break.
Oh, Lord. Southern Mama's Coffee Break, that was kind of an accidental brainchild. Amy Fuel from Fuel Homestead, well, she now changed it to Amy Fuel. She and I became friends through YouTube. I messaged her one day, and that's just all it took. Like, I was asking her a simple question about how would you grow your YouTube channel. I mean, I had just started. She'd been going for a little while. We started talking, we hit it off, and we became good friends. Well, one day we were messaging back and forth, and she said, I would love if we lived close enough that we could just go grab a cup of coffee and talk. I was like, I know. I would love to hang out with you. And when we finished talking, I was washing dishes, and that's where I got my lovely epiphany. I was washing dishes, and I thought, we should do like a live stream where we just take a cup of coffee and hang out and just talk as moms, like just talk as women. I'm sure there are other women that would love that. I know as a housewife, sometimes you get lonely because you're home alone, just kids all day long. And sometimes, like, when you see an adult, you're just like, people,
talk to me, please.
Yeah. So I was just like, I'm sure there's other women that would appreciate this. So she and I started it. We kind of just done it on her channel for a little while. And then I think back in October, November, something like that, we switched it to its own channel, and that's when we brought Tangy on. And Tangy's been with us for a while, but she's actually, Thursday is going to be her last show. She's going to quit because she's wanting to spend more time with her family, and I totally understand that. So, and then at the end of October, after the conference, we actually are doing it in seasons. We do our live streams throughout the summer and the spring and fall, but through winter, like November, December, and January, we actually take 3 months off. And that's just because, start of the year, a lot of times we're busy. You got Thanksgiving, Christmas, a lot of holidays. It's just too chaotic.
And you need a life.
Yeah, and of course, Amy's like, I don't know, trying to write a book, putting together a conference. She's busy or something. Well, But she said she's the one who named it. She's the one who named it Southern Mama's Coffee.
Well, it seems to work.
Yeah.
Backwoods Raised, also known as Spicy, he is Southern Ark's son, wants to know how long you've been dealing with rabbits.
Since last Halloween. So not even a year.
So did somebody put that in your pumpkin or what?
No. So if you've ever watched some of the live streams that John and I have done, we talked about me and the crazy chicken man in the basement. I'm sure some of you guys have heard that story.
Yes.
About me sneaking. Yeah. Okay, so the rabbit thing was similar. I just wasn't in the basement by myself with a guy with a machete. Instead, I found a guy on Craigslist, didn't know his name, didn't know anything about him, didn't know if it was a man or woman, designated a time and place to meet him that was an hour and 40 minutes away from my house, in the dark, on Halloween night, by myself, at a gas station, out in the middle of nowhere, and I met him for rabbits. And my mom was like, my mom's sitting in the driver's side. She came with me. She was like, "You're not going by yourself." She's sitting there with me. She's got her gun. She goes, "It's okay. You can get out. I got Rachel."
You're safe.
Oh, Rachel is your mom's gun?
Rabbit.
Rachel is your mom's gun?
Yeah, that's her gun's name, Rachel.
Oh, see, I haven't named mine.
No, you haven't. And you got two to name.
I have two.
Yeah. They gotta have names. It's like our cars. The cars have to have names too.
See, our cars have never had. Now, Daryl's best buddy, he named his tractor has a name. When we first met, he had a red pickup. That was Baby. His truck had a name. I just don't understand it.
My brother drives this little powder blue Pinto looking thing.
Yeah.
And his name is Ferdinand.
Ferdinand. There you go. There you go.
Ferdinand. My brother has a tattoo of a unicorn. Like he's winning right now. A lot.
And
my daughter's first car was a black piece of crap, and she named it Christine. Have you ever seen the movie Christine?
Mm-mm.
Oh, do you like horror shows?
Oh Lord, no.
Well, neither do I. But this, yeah, she named this car Christine, and that's because it truly was a horror. But,
and Backwoods Raised has asked, is it bad for men to wear yoga pants in public?
He's asking for a friend.
It depends on what that man looks like.
You have to do squats.
Although I can't imagine any man looking attractive in yoga pants.
You have to do squats before you go out of the house.
Yeah, squat down and make sure ain't nobody can see through them things.
You are forever going to be known for that specific Snapchat.
Yeah, and what's funny is I was in Walmart today, and this woman walked by me, and she bent down to pick up something off the ground, and I was like, somebody didn't do the squat test. I just seen your panties. She did not check herself before she walked out that door. It was terrible.
Heck, you can walk around Walmart and see that all day long.
Oh, Walmart is just, it's a whole new breed of...
It is.
Come to the South. Come to Walmart in the South. It's so much worse.
Maybe we'll have to stop at one on the way home.
When you're in the deep South, even the girls dip. But you walk by and there's a girl dipping. And I'm just like, oh my Lord, that will ruffle teeth.
Homesteaders with the cases said
don't have teeth, so
Homesteaders with the cases said there should be a law.
There should.
Oh, Simply said, Nicole, does Jason wear yoga pants? Is there something we should know?
No, he does wear. Here's a news flash about Jason. He will wear sleeping pants into Walmart. Ask him about the story.
Oh, and Casey said, oh, honey, it's not just the South. It's in Indiana also. and Green Gables Homestead says, why is it always at Walmart? I don't know, but let's face it. That's where you to go into Target, or Target, as my daughter used to call them. You don't see it there, or I haven't around here. But you definitely, I don't know, maybe because they can go there at 2 a.m. with curlers in their hair and their pajamas and their fuzzy slippers.
I don't know.
Actually, I think they look more normal at 2 a.m. than they do during the day.
It probably would look normal, but you're not going to tell that.
Well,
Oh, that was another thing that happened at Walmart today. I'm going to have to talk about that at some point.
Vina, that's true. Vina says it's because Walmart has low prices and lower standards.
Yeah, we were walking to Walmart today, and I was just like, I'm going to have to add this to my list of rants. This guy walked past us, and I looked at my mom, and I got big-eyed, and she just looked at me, and we just kind of stared at each other, and I said, oh, my Lord, did you smell that? She goes, yep. I said, somebody not only walked out the house with no deodorant on, he's probably not bathing, like 8 months. When you can walk down the next aisle and still smell them, that's a problem. That is a problem. Yeah, bad hygiene is a pet peeve of mine. I'm just like, please wash your body.
Well, folks, it's 9:30, so I think it's maybe about time to do our first trivia question. If you're all ready,
who's gonna get up and dance? There we go.
Okay, let me just very quickly go over the rules. You can only win once every 4 weeks. Number 2, you must be the first person to answer the question correctly in the chat window, as received and recorded on the stream here. So if you see it on the screen as it rolls up through, that is the order. That's the official order. And you must send us an email with your address within 48 hours. Just send it to twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com. So, having gone over the rules, any questions? All right, let me bring the first question on. Cherish has 3 children. Name them, please.
Oh, I know what Daniel's going to say. Come on, Daniel. Put it up there. Oh, Mama Cat's here. I'm sorry. I just saw that.
There's Solomon. Yep. Finite World.
Very good.
Yeah.
Someone watches the videos.
Yeah, Finite World. Very good.
I'm surprised I didn't see Daniel up there. He gets his pancakes every week, no matter what the question is. His answer will be pancakes. you can bet your bottom dollar. Cool. No bandana. Wasn't Olivia, Butter, and Mara.
Well, Butter's his nickname.
Right.
He is right.
Exactly.
But what's his real name?
Okay. Yeah, get us your email with your address. Send us an email with your address, and we'll get your $2 bill off to you. So, we're back to our regularly scheduled broadcast.
I don't see any more questions. I'm looking.
Yep.
Kelly May says Canadian Walmart is just as bad.
Oh.
So at least we know it's not just here.
A?
Yeah.
Yeah, A. Exactly. Yeah, I have to put that Canadian little thing in there. And you know, it's funny because I have Canadian relatives, and, well, maybe when I was little I didn't pay attention. But I never noticed that little A at the end of every sentence. I don't see any more questions. There, it's Daniel says pancakes. You're right. I did miss it.
Well, Cherish, with the conference coming up here, and we know you're going to that, but what exactly is your role going to be at the conference?
Yes, sir. No. I actually will be having a vendor space. I will be selling rabbits. And because Southern Mama's Coffee Break cups are actually so expensive to make, and they're so expensive to ship, I've not been able to give anybody any of them or sell any of them, so I will actually have those with me to sell.
Okay.
But mostly I'm selling rabbits. Okay. Babies. I'm bringing little fuzzy babies.
So you've had them working hard here, getting ready.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I have been letting him work very hard to get ready for this. Which normally each of my rabbits typically have between 5 and 10 babies apiece. And surprisingly enough, one had 3 and one had 2. I was like, of course she decided to not have babies now that I'm going to be able to sell them.
And Bandana Grandma says, Cherish, please bring my mug to the conference.
I plan to. For the people that was not able to ship out their mugs, I'm just bringing them to the conference because we actually ran out of mugs. So I just never had a chance to get any more. It takes almost 2.5 months to get them back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But at this moment, I'm trying to be, I'm in the works with the lady who actually makes the mugs. She's got a boutique and a company, and she may actually be able to make it to where you can buy them cheap. We're going to try to kind of get into a deal where she, pays for the actual materials and everything, and I'll lend the name and the website. And she's going to create a website where you can, on her boutique, you'll be able to exclusively buy Southern Mama's coffee break stuff. We've just not decided what kind of stuff. I'm hoping shirts. I love t-shirts.
Old Alabama Gardener is asking where about you're located again. And I said the
East
South.
Tennessee.
Yeah, I said the South. I guess that wasn't specific enough.
Yep, I'm in East Tennessee. I'm about an hour east from Patera, if anybody knows where she lives, from Appalachia's Homestead. I'm about 45 minutes to an hour away from her.
So I'm a little curious because I've noticed not only you, but I've noticed other people have designated I'm from East Tennessee. Like, is there something wrong with West Tennessee? Or?
It matters.
They vote. They let them breed.
Middle Tennessee, West Tennessee, and East Tennessee are like 3 different states. It's like 3 different animals. If you're in West Tennessee, like, you're almost not a Tennessean anymore because you're way over there. We ain't got nothing to do with you. If you're in Middle Tennessee, you always get terrible weather, and you have Nashville, and that's what you got going for you. You're in East Tennessee, you got the mountains, you got Dollywood, you got Dolly Parton herself, you have UT football. I mean, what's not to love? East Tennessee is all that matters.
Okay.
Half Acre Dream says, doesn't Tennessee have the best weather in the country?
Except for in the heat of the summer, because then it's like.
And we were there in May, and we enjoyed it.
So humid. Like when you walk out and you can't breathe, it's bad.
Jeez.
Or you walk out and like your clothes instantly stick to you from the amount of humidity that you're walking out into. No, that's not good. But the rest of it's great.
That's right. It was her video that you took up the frozen water bottles. Wasn't it your video that you took up frozen water bottles to the animals?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I'd see the look on her face.
I take frozen water
going,
botttle out to them, and then I also freeze vegetables and carry them out to them.
I see your look, and I'm going, oh, did I do the wrong video? I've been known to. It's old.
All sorts. Make a stop in Toronto while you're at it.
I'm not going that far up in New York. All sorts. I'm just going to Rochester. And I don't have a passport. I can't get into Canada anymore.
Old Alabama Gardener says East Tennessee is nice, but Middle Tennessee has Nashville.
It does have Nashville. That's what it's got going for it. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. John and I actually went to Nashville last October. Was it October? Yep, because it was the weekend before Halloween. We went and we walked the downtown Nashville area at 2 in the morning. Not really any particular reason why. That's just what we did. And we went to the B.B. King Blues Bar and watched some really drunk people dancing and laugh. And then we left. I got puked on. I had the lady tripped out of the bar. She puked on my shoe. I almost got drunk from one girl breathing in my face. I was like, hello. And I just discovered, and I even videotaped it. I believe I've got a vlog somewhere where we talked about it. And I was like, what do these people do with their lives? Like, who goes out at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning drinking and partying? Like, do you not have anything better to do? Like, this is what you do every weekend. You're out partying. Like, do you not have a life? Not at all. There were people out there at 3:30 in the morning playing music. Why?
Because they can.
Sleeping.
Absolutely, yeah.
The only reason we were out is because we could hear all the chaos and noise, so we went out and started walking around, and I was just like, this is like a whole nother world. I would just take me home. When it's 9:30, it's bedtime. When it gets dark outside, you go in the house. There ain't none of this.
So
I was not
you gonna sing the song for us?
Oh, Lord.
I'm trying, people. I'm trying. Hey, Wonderful Blessed Life came in. How are ya? You need to invite more people in. We only got 37 watching. Let's make it 50. Hope's worth it.
Yeah. Somebody says that New York never sleeps.
See, I couldn't live like that.
Well, not if you're in New York City.
Yeah, New York City is crazy.
That's another.
Yeah, I couldn't live like that.
Yeah, that's another country all in itself.
Yeah, I mean, like, if Nashville weirded me out, I can't imagine being up in New York. I would die. I would have anxiety.
I think I could do New York before I could do, like, San Francisco or something. No.
I've never been to San Francisco. I've been to Southern California. Never northern. Yeah, Bob Homestead.
I bet you couldn't guess how many states I've been to.
Oh. I didn't know we were going to have a trivia question.
I don't know. Go for it. You can answer. See if you can get it right.
6.
No.
2.
4. Besides the one I live in. That's it. And even South Carolina, it was a passing through so we could go to the beach. Yep. Virginia, Georgia, Florida. Never been anywhere.
Nope, Green Gables, it was 4, not 3. And Daniel, it was not pancakes.
So, something else that you don't do now anyway, that a lot of homesteaders seem to do is homeschooling. And you have gotten out of the homeschooling. Can you talk to us about that?
When we bought this house and moved here and I decided to homeschool the kids, we had several families around us with kids their age. They were all homeschooled as well. So they had plenty of social interaction and things that they could do, and people we could hang out with, and that kind of thing. Well, within a year, everybody moved. And so the kids were completely alone, and they just got to where they wanted to go to school. Mara would tell me, Mama, I want friends. I don't want to be at home with you. I want friends. And even though I would have preferred to be able to teach her the way I wanted her taught, for me, it was more important to make sure that she was happy and well socialized and comfortable with what she was doing. And I put them back in school, and her and Solomon both are flourishing. They love it.
Good.
There are days that they wake up and they're like, we don't want to go to school. But most of the time they love it.
How is the school system that they're in? Is it
The school system that they're in goes from pre-K to 8th grade, and there are only 3 classes per grade with 15 to 20 students per class. It is a teeny tiny school.
Okay, so
yeah, it's very, very country. Like their teachers, their teachers give out their cell phone numbers. If you need something, call me. That kind of thing. I mean, it's very. I felt very comfortable sending it. If it would have been like if we would have lived in a bigger city and had a bigger school system, I probably would have worried, but I don't.
Okay. That's cool. Just checking on the messages here.
Don't see any questions yet.
They're still talking about how many states they've been to.
I got that conversation rolling.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not a very well-traveled human being. No.
So you've never been out of the country?
No. My brother has. Him and my cousin, for no apparent reason, with no plan, no forethought, paid for a ticket, got on a plane, and flew to London, England.
Wow.
No real reason. They didn't have any clue what they were doing, any reason why they were there, any reservations at a hotel, nothing. They just flew to England,
Just
got
on a
in
whim.
a cab, found a hotel, stayed there for a week. And he FaceTimed me because he and I both have iPhones, so he would FaceTime me. He was like, "Oh, I'm in downtown London. Take a look at this, look at this." But the funniest thing that he done is before they left, I said, you know, they should have had their own show called Boobs Abroad, because these boobs left and did not realize how the money converted. And so they ended up broke. And Lucas was like, "You know how much a cab costs?" He was like, "I'll walk the rest of the way." So they walked most everywhere they went. And then I asked him, I was like, "What have you been eating?" Like, I was excited. I was like, "What have you eat?" And he goes, "Well, we found a McDonald's." And I was like, "You're eating McDonald's?" He goes, "Yes." He said, "Just let me tell you something. There's no such thing as a dollar menu." He was so mad. He was like, "There's no such thing as a dollar menu." He was like, "It cost me £9 to eat at McDonald's." And then they ended up walking at like 3 in the morning. He was like, "We're so messed up with the time that they're up in the middle of the night." He said they were like 2, 3 in the morning. They're walking downtown. They go to an American diner to eat. I was like, for the love of Pete, you're in London. Like, go eat fish and chips. Go eat something.
Exactly.
Don't go eat a cheeseburger. You eat a cheeseburger all the time. I mean, you get the real deal. American diner.
Yeah, go to the London Bridge and see if the nursery rhyme is really true.
Yeah.
They
They ended up going to a Sherlock Holmes museum.
Do you come from a large family?
Yes. I'm the oldest of 4.
Okay,
And my mom is like number 5 of 6, and my dad is the oldest of 5. So there's a lot of it.
So when you guys do a get together, you rent a hall.
Basically, well, my family are the type. My family's kind of like the Hatfield and McCoys. You can only get so many of them together, or so many of them, or they're fighting. There's a lot of swearing.
Oh, that sounds like my firstborn son. You get my firstborn son with anybody, and within an hour, somebody's going to get punched, and he usually does the punching.
Yeah, they're very pretty redneck. So most of them just kind of there's certain ones you can put together and certain ones you can't. So they don't often get together. Like you just kind of travel and go see individual ones. Now John's family is massive. His great-grandmother had 9 children.
Whoa.
And each one of those children had children, and those children have children. John's a great-grandchild. Her name is May. But May actually got to see our kids, so she got to meet her great-great-grandchildren.
That's neat.
Yeah, it was very neat. We actually have pictures of 4 generations of them together. But now his family, they have to rent a big facility. There's normally about 135, 140 when we have Christmas or Thanksgiving, and it is chaotic.
Well, I know that you've shown on your videos going over to your mom's house. Is that where you grew up, in that house, or was okay?
No, that was more of a recent place that she lived in. She was renting that house, but now all her siblings have moved out. Everybody's living with their significant other or married. So she ended up, that was almost a 4,000 square foot house for her to be in by herself. So she's no longer renting that. She actually moved out about a month ago. She lives in a little townhouse apartment now. I mean, it's just her. But the house, believe it or not, I actually grew up in a house, and I was in first grade. Yeah, I was in first grade the first time we had hot running water. I didn't know what it was. Freaked me out. I thought something was wrong with our faucets.
Is that
I grew
right?
up incredibly poor. Yeah, incredibly poor.
Okay, now this was in town or country or?
We kind of lived out in the country. We didn't have animals or anything like that. We lived in Knoxville, but it was more out in like the suburban area or the more rural area of Knoxville. And we lived there until I was about 13. And then we moved to a little town called Lenore City. And we moved into a subdivision. And my mom got me a pony and put it in the backyard of a subdivision. The neighbors were excited, believe it or not. And then we started going to church there, and that's how I met John. I was 17. It was right after I turned 17 that we started dating.
Wow.
So yeah, we've been together ever since. And he was 14 because my cradle robber.
So you've been together a couple of years now?
Oh, yeah, just 1 or 2.
Yeah, because you're only, 19, 20?
Yeah, I wish.
That works for me. I'm only 21. I'm only 21,
no,
and I'm sticking with it.
My birthday is in 12 days, and I will be 31.
Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So.
Yeah, Simply Seven says between her and her 2 sisters, their mom has 17 grandchildren.
Wow.
You folks have been busy.
Absolutely.
Believe
crazy.
it or not, before I met John, actually even when we first started dating, I told him, I was like, I hope you never want kids. I'm never having kids. I don't want kids. I don't like them. I have no desire to have kids. And then we had our first baby, and I looked at it and I was like, what is this magnificent, glorious thing? And I told him, I want 8 of these. I will take 8, please. I kind of flipped on him. I told him no kids, and I went to 8 kids. Then I started having health problems, and I had rough pregnancies. I almost died a couple times. So we kind of had to put a stop to that. Otherwise, we would have 8 kids.
Time for a
so now I just
trivia
babysit and
contest
steal
there.
other people's children.
Okay, let's run the trivia contest here for question number 2. Okay, go over the rules again. You can only win once every 4 weeks. You must be the first person to answer the question correctly in the chat window as it is received and recorded on the stream here. And thirdly, please do not forget, you must send us an email with your address within 48 hours to twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com. So, if there's no questions on our very tough rules. Question number 2. Cherish has a black rabbit. What is the rabbit's name? Elvis? No, it's not Elvis.
Rex?
Not Rex. There we go. Green Gables Homestead, Willow.
I figured Green Gables could get that.
Green Gables Homestead. Please send us an email with your address.
There we go.
All right. So, thank you so much for playing along. We enjoy it. We hope that you folks do as well. Something a little different, getting the $2 bills. So, okay. Well, everybody's congratulating Green Gables on the correct answer. So,
No, Daniel, we were not in Mifflin yesterday, and we don't own a Ford.
So anyway, Cherish.
Yes.
We've talked about your other channel. We've talked about your kids, the schooling. We talked about you creating a channel and what John's opinion is, or support or whatever. Just in general, how he says whatever she wants to do, and I understand that completely because that's what I do.
Yes, you do. Yes. Mm-hmm.
But by researching some of your videos, you entered into the homesteading lifestyle out of a desire from things you saw on YouTube. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I started watching. Believe it or not, I told everybody that it all started with biscuits, and it went downhill from there.
All started with biscuits. Did you ever learn how to make them?
I did. I actually have a video showing you how to make them.
Yes, she does. I've watched
My
it.
granny used to tell me all the time, this is how you make biscuits. She said it's not about the recipe, it's about the technique. And for some reason, it would just never click in my brain. And I was like, that don't make sense, Nanny. It don't make sense. And I was like, I would tell everybody, I can cook you anything you ever want to eat, except for biscuits. Don't ask. I suck at it. Can't do it. And one day I started being a stay-at-home mom. I started trying to cook things from scratch to save money. And I was like, I really want to learn how to make biscuits. Even if it takes me 100 tries, I'm going to do this. And I started looking on YouTube for recipes on how to make biscuits. And I came across homesteading videos and homesteaders. And the more I watched, the more I was like, I got to do this. It was like it just opened something up inside of my brain. And my brain said, this is who I am. This is what I want to do with my life. This is me. And it just got crazy from there, because the reality is, before I started homesteading, I was terrified of chickens. Terrified of chickens. And I even told my husband, I was like, this is what I want to do. And he said, why would you get chickens? You're scared of chickens. I was like, well, I'm going to get them as little babies. And then they'll grow up and I won't be scared because they'll be my little babies. He said, that makes no sense whatsoever. I was like, it makes plenty of sense. Just hush and let me do my thing.
Just let me go with my flow.
I'm just telling you. He said, you get those things and you get afraid of them. I'm not feeding them. I'll go out there and kill every one of them. I was like, okay. Little did he know that instead of being afraid, I would become obsessed. And now my living room, dining room, and kitchen are all done in chickens. Yeah, my whole main house is chickens.
Well, do you have any desire to go bigger?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The only thing stopping me is the fact that they did find the restrictions on this deed. In the springtime, we're currently saving up for it as we speak. In the springtime, we will have enough money. We are going to go see a lawyer to see if we can, if not have the restrictions removed per se, finagle our way around them, or find a loophole with them, because when our property was set up, the county road that we live on now did not have a name when the restrictions were put on. It just says the future road. So we're hoping that that might be a loophole, because technically the names of the streets were not up yet. So maybe we can get away with it. Or the fact that the other neighbors are currently breaking these restrictions and have been for years, and nobody's ever said anything. They just had, the one neighbor just had the issue with me having animals. And if we can get around the restrictions, if we can get past that, if we can find a loophole or getting them removed from the property. Right now I have 5 chickens. I will have about 500 chickens, and I will have goats, and I will get a pig, and possibly a cow.
Cherish, if you're
So she better saddle up.
if you're looking at astonishment on my face, it's because we just received a super chat from Cab
Oh,
7,
yeah?
and in the amount of $50, which
We're not used to super chats.
Wow.
Yeah.
so
Thank you, Ben.
yes,
That's
thank you,
awesome.
thank you very, very much.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll have to go buy a new camera now.
Oh, bummer. help pay for my All-American canner you got me today. God.
I saw that on Facebook. That was a fabulous present.
Yeah. What, 19 quarts it holds?
No, 42 and a half.
Yeah, but it holds 19 quarts of...
19 quarts of
Yeah,
jars.
that's what I'm saying.
19 quart jars.
Wow.
Good Lord.
Yeah, and see, I couldn't have started with that one with you because you having that little fear of them when we started.
Yeah,
I
I had you do it.
That's the size of an atomic bomb. So
Yeah.
would be sitting on the front porch. So.
Yeah, I stood behind him when we first started pressure canning. I go, you do it. I'm standing behind you. Mm-hmm.
I can't say anything because when I started canning, I called my granny and I was like, Nanny, listen, I'm going to be canning. What do I do about a pressure canner? She said, you will blow yourself up if you don't know what you're doing. I was like, okay, I won't do it. I was like, I'll leave it alone.
Well, one of the reasons that, at least was in my mind, that we started following the homesteading route was the food preservation and things like this. This was stuff that my grandparents, both sides, did. I'm not sure about yours. Did your grandparents can and preserve food?
The only grandparent I remember is Mom's mom. No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
But that was something that was not directly passed down to me from my parents. I remember Grandma and Grandpa doing it.
My mom did. She used to make jams and jelly and put the wax,
the paraffin. Paraffin.
Everybody has spits over now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still here. I didn't die from eating jelly with wax on it.
So, but anyway, we happened to catch a Facebook post of my daughter-in-law.
Yes, and she's a teacher.
She happens to be a school teacher, but she just canned tomatoes for the first time ever.
Her and her youngest daughter.
And so that was pretty neat. So I don't know that we had anything to do with it, but I'm hoping that maybe some of this. Obviously, we get our grandkids in here to help us. We get them in the kitchen, and they kind of love it. So, Jerry, your background on this, are you into canning at all and the preservation from that standpoint?
I am now, but like I didn't know anything about it. My mom's never done anything like that. When I asked my mama, my dad's mom, she said, "Oh, I've done it before, but I hate it." She's like, "I ain't helping you do nothing." And my granny does it, but she never done it when I was growing up. She actually, when I started the YouTube channel and I started learning to do all these things, my nanny watches everything I post. She doesn't know how to comment. She watches everything I post. And when I started doing this, she went out and got her some chickens and planted her garden again. She said it made her want to go back to do what she used to do when she was a young girl.
Cool.
She didn't do it as a grown woman. She only done it as a child. So I had never seen anybody can. I had never been around anybody who had farmed, nothing like that. Now, my granny's had some crazy animals off and on when I was a kid. She's had little mini horses. She's had goats. She's had some pigs. My mom is a huge animal lover like I am, and she's basically everything that we could sneak past my dad. See, my mom has been helping me sneak animals in for a long time. Anything I could sneak past my dad was coming to the house. At one point in my life, when I first met John, he was my brother's friend, and he came over to the house. And I'll never forget it because he was totally weirded out. Very first words I ever spoke to my future husband was, "Do you want to see my birds?"
There you go. It was a come on if I ever heard it.
We had 9 chihuahuas, 2 cats, an Australian bearded dragon named Irwin, 4 rabbits, let's see, a ferret named Bubba. I had 7 parakeets. And what else did we have? We had a dog outside, a big golden retriever. We had a lot of animals. Anything I could sneak in. My mom would just always, "Don't let your daddy see it." Don't let your daddy see it. Yeah.
So you gonna do the garden again next year and try to keep it under control?
Yes. Believe it or not, I messaged Hoss Tools. I don't know if you know who that is. It's a company.
Yes.
They sell gardening equipment. Yeah.
Yes.
I messaged them and asked them if they had any suggestions. And he said, "Oh, yeah, I've got suggestions. I'm going to send you something. And you can, help us out." He was like, "Just mention it on your channel if it works for you." Well, he sent it to me, but I've never mentioned it on the channel because I never had the opportunity to use it yet. He actually sent me a tiller. It's like a hand tiller. It looks like a plow almost, with multiple attachments. Like, this thing is beautiful. I have it put up in the barn.
Is it the single wheel or 2-wheel?
The 2-wheel.
Oh, you got the nice one.
Yeah, he sent it to me with a plow attachment, the tiller attachment, and another attachment. He sent it with 3 attachments. When I got it in the mail, I looked at it and I was like, okay then. I was expecting something like this, like a hand something. I don't know what I thought he was going to send me. He said, "I've just got something I think would work for you." So next year when we do the garden, I now have this big fabulous tool that we're going to try to use and see what happens.
Well, I'm thinking those sell for around $200.
Yeah, when I got it, came with an invoice, and it had a negative because obviously it didn't cost me anything. I think he sent me $315 worth of stuff.
Wow,
I was
nice.
just like,
yeah, maybe with all the attachments.
Merry Christmas to me. Merry Christmas to me in July.
Wow.
Green Gables wants to know if you're considering raised beds.
I have thought about it. The problem is I don't want to build anything permanent. I'm trying not to make too many plans because we are going to go see the lawyer. If we go see this lawyer and we can get the restrictions removed or can get around them somehow, then all bets are off. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing or what's going to be fenced where or moved where. All I can say,
you may have to get a horse-drawn plow.
Yeah, all I can say to the nasty neighbor is she better hold on to her shorts because it's going to be like Noah's Ark. She was worried about my 12 chickens. She's going to have to worry about my 1,200 chickens.
Well, you used to work for a vet for a number of years. Was that your passion growing up, or?
It was. I actually went to vet school and dropped out. I actually started working for veterinarians the week before my 19th birthday, and I stopped when I was 29. I've worked for 3 different veterinary hospitals. So we've done everything from large animals to some exotics to the domestic, all kinds of stuff.
But you haven't worked for Dr. Matt?
No.
Jeez.
Of course, we don't have to go any further. Probably everybody here knows who that is.
Possibly. I will add it's 10:12, and I did just see a pop-up that Wanda is live, so I know a lot of people are concerned. about Danny.
But we'll leave it up to Cherish and the room here. Cherish, you've given us an hour plus, and we certainly thank you. Wholeheartedly. Are you tired, or you want to? You tell us.
Well, I'll probably be up at 5 in the morning. But
Well, if you got to be up at 5, we can either call it right now, or you can say, well, let's go for 10 minutes, or whatever you want to do. It's up to you. Does anybody in the room have any questions for her before we get this shut down?
yeah, let's do that. And then we may want to jump over to Wanda to check on
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few people in here that have birthdays. Just saying that. Cherish with the beautiful voice.
That still want to hear you
I
sing.
think it worked. She's quiet. She's debating. No more questions.
I am debating. I'm just like, I really want to sing.
Well, I don't want to put you on the spot. I would never do that. I would never do that. And it's fun.
Not tonight,
No.
but at the conference.
Wendy, her channel is Crazy Days, DAZES.
Probably put that up in the channel.
Yes, I'm going to do that right now.
Okay. Any other questions for Cherish, for Hope's Homestead here, or Southern Mama's Coffee Break, or Southern Mama's Rants? And anybody got any questions for the rant lady?
Oh, Lord, don't get that going.
I think it's great. I love it.
Cherish, thank you so much for jumping on here tonight. I know you have been so active in the YouTube community that I think you've almost burned yourself out a couple times.
And she needs
Just a little bit.
Yeah, you need a break. Give yourself your family time, and then we get to see you next month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, I think we'll.
Well, I really appreciate you guys having me on. This was fun.
Well, I'm hoping that you liked it, and sometime here in the future, we'd like to have you back again. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
When
You just tell me when.
John's off, so we can have the guitar. We can really push it.
we can get the both of you. So, folks, thank you all for coming. For our 2 winners, please be sure to get us an email. And with that, we'll say goodnight to you here.
Have a good evening, everybody.